After the last video, I was thinking, you know, I did leave something out that you might want to know. If you were looking at the screen on the previous video, when you saw Lake's comments, he didn't just mention adoptionism, he also mentioned something called apotheosis. Apotheosis is the point where a human becomes a god. And what was interesting to me is that's what we were taught in religious science, whether United Church of Religious Science or Religious Science International or even Unity School of Christianity. The idea that Jesus was a man like us who grew up, and at his baptism he had grabbed the eternal principles and took on the Christ self. It's basically the same thing as apotheosis. If you go into Washington, there's a famous painting up on the ceiling of George Washington in the heavens with the gods, and it's called the Apotheosis of Washington. So this is something that people understand. The Sinaiticus is very conducive to people believing in an apotheosis, if they believe the text as it was written. So when Simonides was writing that text down that his great uncle Benedict gave to him, what he was doing was putting into a Bible, originally to go to the Tsar and possibly to be published throughout the empire, a new doctrine with the Bible of man becoming a god, and using that to infiltrate the whole Greek Orthodox religion and ultimately the world. That would justify the Greek Revolution, it would justify the Masonic belief, which is the same basic kind of belief, and the Enlightenment beliefs, all of which are the lifting up or enlightenment and exaltation or eyes being open of man, just like Genesis chapter 3. So Sinaiticus actually fit in hand in glove into the concept of man becoming God. And I was raised religious science by my dad, so I had from, like I said, United Church of Religious Science International, Unity School of Christianity. Unity Publishing still has books today about that. The idea, if you go into their deeper writings, that you can take on the Christ self in your final reincarnation and then ultimately take on that God kind of persona like Jesus did. I thought you'd like to know. Sinaiticus is in line in Mark chapter 1 with man becoming God, just like religious science, Christian science, unity, divine science, all the new thought, the Phineas P. Quimby kind of religious stuff. Just a little extra for you. God bless you and have a wonderful day.